up and wash my face here in a minute. Toddy was looking like, what? Oh, shit. Hey, Melanite Crystal. How are you? Hey, Pam. So I'm not going to do any readings tonight, but we've been talking probably for like 30, 40 minutes in this great conversation. And I know we've been talking for 3 hours on the show, but Yehuda kept tapping my shoulder like, ain't you gonna start the live? You need to go ahead and share the conversation. So what we've been talking about is emotion and having an outlet and suicide and suicidal thoughts. Then we also have been inside of that discussing what's negative and what's positive, good and evil. And so just to recap, because we need more network of people like coming together for what about I'm good, Crystal. Like, what do you do when you feel like you're inside of the suicidal thoughts or the depression and that emotion that you can't shake? What do you do with that? Do you have somebody safe you can call? You know what I'm saying? Because I believe we all kind of need that. And so we were sitting here talking about that and how you may think you're the only one going through that. Nobody else gets the suicidal thoughts but you. But in reality, you know, shit, a lot of us deal with that. And we just think we the only ones. My foot is so cold and ashy at the same time.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, goodness. And so when that happens, I said, okay, let's just go into it. So what I was saying was it's an energy, right? Because that's an energy. Those thoughts don't belong to you, and it can really feed. It can stir the pot. It can get deep. Like Malika was saying, it depends on your environment as well, like what kind of environment you are in. And you start to look at it and you see how the energy work, which is why Yehuda wanted me to share the conversation, is because if you are aware of the energy and how it is moving and how it's being utilized, then you can control it, right? So even when we're talking about the good and the evil on the shoulders, right? So if somebody is hearing you should just punch that bitch in her throat, but the other side is like, don't do that, you're gonna go to jail. And now you screaming to the top of your lungs inside your head or outside your mouth, you know, like, so what? Fuck that. That means that the devil, the evil, the negative, the energy that's not so good is winning versus that other energy, that angel, the God, whatever, which is really your lower self versus your higher self. And then you are in the middle there making that decision, you know? And so I was saying, I used to say, like, is the devil good or bad? Or does he have a job to do? So if you believe in the devil, you believe in demons, you believe in a negative energy, then that energy has a job to do. And you're in the middle, it is your choice to make that decision if you're going to live. And sometimes that energy will move, and we're going to go into the conversation some more, but I just want y'all to understand what we talking about. And so if you are going to experience it, you need to know exactly what you're experiencing. And I said, there's a young woman that sometimes she calls me, she'd be upset, crying, and angry, and she'll go over her mama house, and then, you know, she was standing there at one point, and her mama would like cuss her out, put her out, you know, they fighting, they're putting their hands on her, but you can even recognize that energy within that too. So that energy, just follow me, look at it, think about this. If she is cool, she's on a high frequency, right? She go over her mama house. Her mama is on that dumb shit, but that dumb shit is the negative energy that's now floating around in that environment. So now she's going to be affected because that's going to cause her and her mama to get into it, which is going to put her in a bad space. Now she's going to go out here and do some fuck shit because that's the job it has to do. They both have a job. You are born with that. You're born with that because it's here. So if that's there and you have that job to do, then you have to understand your job, right?
Right.
Okay.
So I used the term earlier, situational awareness, and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if it applied or not, so I just Googled it. And it said situational awareness is being aware of what is happening around you in terms of where you are supposed to be, and whether anyone or anything around you is a threat to your health and safety. I think they should also add to that sanity.
Sanity.
Right. Because if you are
Absolutely.
keeping your peace and you keep in mind what you just said, that there's the good and the bad, not that it's a universal good and bad, each of us individually on our paths have a good and a bad, and we are given the power of choice to choose either thing. If you are not situationally aware, you could be feeding the one that you don't want to go with.
Yes.
Yeah, you could be feeding the one that's going to lead you down the dark road.
Now I want to add to that because what you just made me think of, Malika,
Mm-hmm.
is like even what I'm saying about that. Okay, say take a person's parent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, say you take me over because Malika has beautiful parents, so this doesn't apply to her, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So if you took me over your, oh my God, I'm gonna cry because her mom is so fucking dope. I don't know. I'm sorry. But if you took me over your mom's house and say your mom wasn't a good person, right? And I'm like, your mom is so dope. And you're like, what? I'm like, I love Miss Beverly. That's not her mom's name,
All
but I'm just
right.
saying.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you like, no, because you don't know her. But I'm like, that's not what she's ever displayed to me. That should tell you she has a choice in how she treats you.
Mm-hmm. Gosh. Mm-hmm. And
And she can control it.
that applies to spouses too.
Absolutely.
Because in my abusive relationship, I remember one time we were talking in the car and he was downing me and he was degrading me. And we had came here when my grandma was still living, which is so funny the way she cut him off in the reading where he came through and started talking about
Mm,
bro, because
mm-hmm.
she still does it to this day because she peeped game before anybody else did. And we came inside and I said, hey, tell my grandma what you just said in the car.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't.
They wouldn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you know better. But you
Abuser will hit you
project
in your body so there's no
that, and that's what
no
he did. He
scarring.
never made it in a place where people could see it.
Yeah.
It was always hidden spaces. So in those moments, for whatever reason that I was led to do that, it's like you choose to do this to me, the one person who's here
Because
for
it's
you.
a choice.
But look at this. I realized, and it took me a long time to get there with his situation. There was tension between his mother and I, even when she found out we were engaged, and she said, "So that's what you went to spend your money on, an engagement ring?" I realize now that was her way of trying to protect me
Mm-hmm.
because she knew who her son
Mm-hmm.
was, but she couldn't necessarily come out and say it.
Because she's still going to be on her son's side.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right. So even in again situational awareness.
Situational awareness. So even if, say, um, the abuser,
Mm-hmm.
right, he's at work and his boss is a genome, but he's going to take all of that he has controlled and not click the fuck out while he was at work.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to bring it to you because he has chose to bring it to you. And he going to come in and he ain't going to say shit. And then as soon as you be like, what's wrong? Why the fuck you always asking me what's wrong?
Mm-hmm.
I was just, you was just what? Oh, that's how you treating all them niggas. So now you got niggas. Like, it goes somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is his moment to shine.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a choice. So if you are inside of that and you're like, no, he can't control. That's the fuck he can. Because he's not going to go beat up that white boss because you know why? He know where the fuck he going. He know that genome is going to call the police. He's probably going to fight back. He fuck around and shoot him. There's a whole bunch of consequences that's going to go with that. Just like your mother. Your mother's not going to necessarily treat people unless she's just one of them. And then she still's running the risk of getting her ass whooped.
Can we talk about then after that happens, and now he needs space, and he going up the block to go see whoever he usually
Who
see
he's
at
going to treat
nighttime
well.
when he creates the anger and the
Mm-hmm.
argument.
Mm-hmm.
When mommy is left at home and the baby comes in the room and she says, "Close the fucking door. I told you I wanted to be alone right now."
Mm-hmm.
So now she, in allowing herself to feed on that environment and allowing herself to give into that choice based on who she's surrounded with,
Mm-hmm.
is now passing that on to her children
Yeah,
and
now you
creating this
snatching the
trauma.
baby by the shoulder and the arm, slinging it around, talking about some go sit down.
That part.
Because now you've passed on that trauma that you're choosing because you didn't still give him that same energy. You know?
That's deep.
You still didn't give him that. Everything is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a choice by the energy. And you don't have to give in to the energy, even with the suicidal thoughts. You can fight against it. I'm greater than that. I'm better than that. Even if you don't believe it in that moment, you keep telling yourself that because you only not believe it because of the other shit that's been told to you over on repeat that has taken hold and planted a seed. So you got to hey V Dubs, you got to replant a seed.
Hey, Poopy. It's the real B.
You have to plant a new seed. I've always taught for the last 3-4 years. I've taught about the brain being a supercomputer. And when you have these kind of things going on in your mind, that means your computer has a virus. And all you have to do, and I say all, but we know it ain't always that easy. All you have to do is get some antiviral shit, delete that app, and download new shit. You need to download new shit. Good night, Sade. Now, let me say this before we go any deeper. I noticed yesterday when I was doing my readings that there were people in my chat that was doing things to pull the attention away from what was happening, which was people receiving healing. And people watch me doing readings because they like to watch the readings. And they don't necessarily want to keep being disturbed by what the fuck you need, which is your attention. If I see it again in my chat with the attention seeking, I'm going to block people and you're just going to be really upset in your life. And then you probably going to need this conversation to change their energy. I better not ever see it again. I understand that everybody goes through shit. But when it's constant and it's attention seeking, I'm going to check you. I'm going to check you. Anyway, please, let's proceed.
So, when you were just speaking, it took me back to page 5 in my journal and self-sabotaging. I am sick of discerning. I am sick of waiting for people to be nice. I am sick of people pretending, humans pretending to be nice so they can find a space in my life that they've already planned out in their mind and they know how to strategically act to get to that point. I'm tired of the flip, the switcheroo. I'm tired of all of that.
Bat signals and using your bat signals.
So I clear my space. I don't hang out with anybody. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to take chances on anybody. I don't want to be any more psychos. I don't want PTSD. I don't want to add anything. But let me say, I don't want to add anybody else to the PTSD list.
Real time.
But because there's such a lack of authenticity in beings around us, I have now done the clearing of the space. But is that the best thing also? Listening to what you were just saying and thinking about it in self-sabotaging manners, sometimes being by yourself for too long can be just as damaging as being in the situations that aren't so great for you. It's not about completely hiding yourself from those experiences. It's about, yes, being able to be by yourself and be happy by yourself, but also being able to get yourself up out of bed and saying, I want to be around good people that are proving themselves as good. I want to give attention to the people that aren't the attention seekers, the people who we let sit idly by that support us the most, but we don't pay attention to because there's not as much toxicity there, and somewhere deep down inside we're feeding off of the toxicity because it makes us feel better about ourselves, especially if we can help or fix them.
Especially if it's somebody else going through something that's even worse, or you know what I'm saying, that's chaos that you're used to. Now, let's go into that a little bit. Okay, and I say that like this because, okay, wait a minute. Because my hand was tired. It was starting to get a dent in and shit. Okay, so for example, say you are by yourself, right? And when you are by yourself, you can either, you can feed, and that could be in 2 different ways you can feed. So I have had, and I've known people who would be by themselves and they would stir the pot. I will stir the pot sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, and that will cause further depression because you just want to be by yourself. You don't want to talk to nobody. You don't want nobody talking to you. You don't want nobody to try to fix it. You don't want to talk about it because all I'm gonna do is they gonna say something that's gonna make me cry, and I'm gonna cry for a little bit, and then it's gonna be like you're gonna be all right, and then you're gonna be back on your way, and then later on those same emotions gonna come back up because you haven't dealt with it, right? So I've known people that sit in that energy and they'll cut. And they'll still, I'm just such a terrible person. I don't know why this. I don't know why. And they'll cut and they'll cut, or they'll cut and they'll cut.
My cutting is eating.
Or they'll eat. That's my cutting. And I will eat and child and sleep, and then I'll go and eat some more, and then wake up and go eat, sleep and eat some more. But we never try to be by ourselves and to bring in the good thoughts and meditate. Go into the spirit energy. Talk to whatever your faith is. We don't never try that. You know what I'm saying? Because we're always feeding. We don't never get fed. You know?
Okay. So I think for me, my cutting was solitude.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was telling y'all earlier, when I shut down, it's a complete 360.
Where's Maya?
Not even the same person.
Mm-mm.
And I'm okay with it. So being silent or being by myself used to be just getting away. It used to be just a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something that I enjoy doing. I don't know if I was taking time out with myself, but it was just something that I like to do. Now it's my safety net.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where I can go and I can sit silently and I can mentally build all of these walls and all of this shit, so many different layers, so many different walls, and I hide myself in there,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just where I stay at. And so now I feel like Spirit is saying, like, I don't want you to do that anymore.
Yes.
Enter Quatita and Malika.
Yes.
I want you to have something different because you deserve something different than what you've seen.
Yes.
Mind you, all of the emotions that came up this weekend, all of those emotions, and not once did it shift us.
No.
Not once did any, again, it's been set up to where now we've been given the experience of being able to be in the moment, to feel and to process within a safe space because we've chosen the right environment.
Because we've only been trained in one way.
Mm-hmm.
We've only been trained to, she doesn't like you, they're gonna talk about you, you know, and so when, like you said, any other people, when the shit would have happened, they would have argued amongst themselves.
Yeah.
It'd have been fighting. Fuck you, bitch, get out of my car.
Talking
You know,
behind back.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It makes it very toxic. But as Maya was just saying, I feel like this, y'all. Try these things. Like, if you feel like you need to be by yourself, go sit in the garden. Take yourself amongst something beautiful. You know, go, if you can't get to a garden, take yourself there mentally. Flowers.
This goes back to what I'm saying about page 5.
Yes.
I thought that this was the solitude, the safe haven.
Okay.
So when I do go to do page 5 now and I'm stuck on it and I'm writing and then I put the book back down, I did all the other ones seamlessly, but I realized I was being disingenuous because I've never experienced dating myself. I've never experienced that. And that was the aha moment when you said, yeah, I do that all the time. And I'm thinking about the moments that you even include us, and you've already gotten there, you've been there, you've been doing your own thing. That independence, that I have trust, that I can be with myself out in public, not be swayed in any way, shape, or form outside of myself, and find the most beautiful things and dedicate the day to myself.
Yeah,
Dedicate
get a
this
puppy.
moment to myself. Right?
Yes.
Right.
Find something that will make your world good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do something by yourself if that's how you feel. I'll take my ass to the movies by myself in a minute. I feel like the world and society has made it such a big deal for you to be in a relationship, and you are a failure if you are not in one.
Yeah.
And that is damaging to someone's psyche. That's what my girls go through. Like, because they feel like they must be in a relationship. And so we value ourselves so much. I can't go to the movies by myself. Somebody might see you what? Loving yourself?
Right.
Instead of you being with a motherfucker who don't love you and you don't love him, but it's only for the look only. I don't want that.
I'm just done with superficial relationships.
Yes.
And that's all aspects. It's not just whether I'm dating somebody.
Yeah.
It's the situationships, it's the girlfriendships, it's the boyfriendships, it's the working relationships, it's all of them. Like I'm just
All ships.
I love Maya in such a way, and I mean this in a non-sexual way. I love Maya so much, I'll be wanting to lay on her like, I love you. You know, like, I really do. I don't know, being around these two women is very soothing. And when you have somebody with success, as Malika has had too, you would assume she's not been through anything. You know what I'm saying? And you can't always assume that shit about people, because everybody got a fucking story, And so that's why I say, if I'm doing readings for somebody, give them that respect, because sometimes the message ain't just for the person on the fucking phone. The person might be receiving that very message. The person is telling you it's gonna be all right. They didn't miss they message fucking with you. You didn't miss your message fucking with you. You got to be better to yourself. And sometimes it's hard to fight those thoughts, but you got to fight them thoughts. At least have you somebody you can call and just hear their voice. You ever been trying to fight through something, y'all, and you just barely holding on, then somebody else just come through like, you good? Yeah, I'm fine. And then here come that one person, person. You all right? I've been trying to hold it together. But the other motherfucker, they didn't move you like that. But you knew if that motherfucker asked you if you all right, you was gonna lose it.
yeah.
You need that person to be able to call. And even if that person has passed, because when I said that, I heard probably like 6 of your heart spaces say, my grandmother passed, that was that for me. My XYZ passed, I heard it immediately in my head. But my person passed already, or I don't have that person. So the thing is, you don't just get one. You don't just get one. You get a few. You just got to realize who that is for you.
But
You
also
know?
get to discover those skills that person passed on you, and you can help somebody else.
You can help somebody else.
It's not like you're not equipped.
Yeah.
You are.
And you don't have to be taken advantage of to be helped, And let me tell you, don't count out a 5-year-old.
That part.
Them babies.
A 5-year-old will be the person that asks you if you're all right and you lose it. Your baby daddy probably walked through here 3 times and asked you if you're all right. I done told you I'm fucking fine. Enter 5-year-old. You all right? Mama.
Austin does it.
I mean, don't count out a kid. In that moment, you ain't got to tell them what's going on. Take them outside, go play with them. Take yourself back to that space. And that's a healing space. And if you ain't got no 5-year-old, let me tell you what to do. I will go to fucking Family Dollar in a minute and get a coloring book and some crayons, baby.
Did we not? Stop.
I will. That's a healing for
Why
me.
did I tell her that in the car today?
Yeah.
I said, but it gotta be with the fancy coloring
Gotta be
pencils.
the
though.
adult.
Yes.
I need the adult.
I need the hard Crayola crayons.
Talk about that.
I'll go and get me a toy, a paper doll set, and I'll do some shit like a puzzle. You need to redirect the energy. And don't get too caught up in here when you feel like I'm gonna do it. No, you're not. Go get a coloring book. I don't give a fuck if you do it like this until you get to the next page, and the next page, and now the next one. You done went through the whole book, but by the end, you got a good page at the end. Draw. Go ahead, Maya.
Wait,
Yes.
before you go ahead.
Go ahead, Maya.
I have to show you both an abundance of gratitude, because that is where I was going yesterday. I was going there. And I actually, for a second, I was mad that you wouldn't let me just be
We know.
out there. I was
We don't
like,
give a fuck.
On the other side. Okay, good.
Yeah, get the fuck out this car.
I appreciate that. I don't know if I said thank you.
You was even madder when she gave you the crystal.
Sure was.
I thank you and love you at the same
I
time.
came back out and I saw it right next to her. I was like, yeah, bitch, you.
I appreciate that, and it's literally because what y'all did for me, I do for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
With the exception of Vida, I don't get that. I haven't gotten that, and I was telling Malika today that
B-Dale just want to shoot up everybody.
she does, and I love her for it. I was able to sit and process instead of just, oh, let me hurry and busy myself doing something life goes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, process. Yeah.
I just really, I appreciate y'all for giving me that. I was telling Malika today that it's hard to see the good on a consistent basis when seeing bad is all you know.
Mm.
So when
That's what I'm
something
saying.
good comes along, you try to hold on to it, like you cherish it, like you're not gonna like mishandle it, you're not going to abuse it, you're gonna do whatever you gotta do to hold on to that little piece because you don't know when it's coming back around. Because as soon as it leaves, here comes something bad, and it's like, fuck.
That's also what I love about Marshall Lee.
Mm-hmm.
We miss you.
We do.
Yes. Love you, Marshall. Appreciate you. But y'all gave me that, and I'm still sitting with it. I still have a lump in my throat. So I
Yes.
wanna move past it. But I have to. I know that we're taught now, or being reprogrammed, not to say thank you, but I have to say thank you. I have to.
You
say
said
thank
you like
because-
crossword puzzles. Toddy does the Wordle. Do
Oh,
Wordle.
it's so good. It's so good.
It's
y'all.
what?
It's
What's the
addictive.
newspaper? New York Times. You can download it. It's called Wordle.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Toddy does it.
I forgot what I was saying.
No.
I forgot. It was.
You said you were sitting with it. You had a lump in your throat and all kind of stuff.
What I say after that though?
I don't know.
Oh, thank you. Gratitude, spirit. I know that we're taught not to say
Thank
or
you.
being reprogrammed in saying thank you, but I am indebted to you both. So I have to give you that because like I'm not gonna give it to nobody. Just no regular random schmandom.
Yeah.
But
And so for y'all who doesn't know that, reason why we're not saying thank you is because it means I'm indebted to you. And you don't want to be indebted to anyone. But in this case, I'm also indebted to them too because I appreciate the genuine love that's been given to me.
When I called, and I think that was the night of the Down the Spiral Musical, and I said, I feel like I want to tell you thank you. Is it okay that I tell you thank you? Let me say that I appreciate you for providing us with the word gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find something before then. I knew something in my soul, my spirit. You know what I was doing because I was studying like the Ankh and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
I remember
was
you said
spelling
that.
it THANKH.
Yeah.
You. So thunk you.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of it as the Ankh University, like you know, the universe itself, and then the continuation, the cycles, processing, doing good, doing right. But I just knew I didn't want to say thank you to people anymore. So when I found you and you gave us gratitude, it gave me the ability to pull back and find my power within that space of saying I appreciate you for what you've done. But what it's done now is starting to say thank you again to those that I give gratitude to the most. It's made the energy of my thank yous exponentially abundant.
Because sometimes you say thank you without even the gratitude behind it. You know, it's programmed.
But I also feel like that there's an exception to the rule in this case because I used to think that thank you was the highest form of praise in terms of sincerity that you could give a person. But then I learned gratitude. So then I switched it and I said, gratitude will take you places that a thank you cannot. But I have to change it again because it was the thank you that led me to the gratitude.
Absolutely.
Actually,
You know what? That's like greetings. When I said this to a black man, he was coming to deliver some furniture to somebody, and I said, "Hey, greetings." He said, "Wait, what?" I said, "Greetings." He said, "Greetings and salutations." He said, "That's different." So then, it was like, he said, "Oh, you're the one from the phone." I'm like, "Yeah," because he had called first. And I answered, I said, "Greetings." He was like, "What?" He said it twice, like, "What?" Because you don't hear it. But I feel like it's the difference that certain things can make. Now I want to say something to somebody on here because I seen them say. She said, "I love to dance," and I tell you what. Sometimes it be the best dance you ever danced in your fucking life. Be the best song you ever wrote in your life. It be the best reading you ever did in your life. The best channel you ever did in your life. You have to go with what feels good to you. You know.
And sometimes exactly what I was just gonna have you play. Sometimes that might be dancing in anger, dancing in rage,
Yes.
to release that. The song that it's now cousins.
Record yourself, video yourself, because you'll be dope.
Right. I'm gonna let this play on live, but just know that this is an absolute rough, and you're gonna hear me crying in the midst of the song, because this is where I have disconnected from music.
Can I tell them?
Please.
The song Queen is playing in other countries on the radio. Malika was showing it to me. I'm like, I know that song. Like, I know that song. I'm like, oh shit, it's playing. It was in London. It was in London. They playing it on the fucking radio, bro.
Come on, golden butter.
Golden butter.
That's Malika and Tanya Stevens. Queen.
So this is called Enough.
You did send it to me.
Have you heard this?
Yes.
Did it make you cry?
It did.
I think you
Now I'm
heard it
scared.
before too, governess.
Because I sent you Handle Me With Care, remember?
Right, and it
Ah.
balanced with that. Ashe. Okay, so they might not be able to hear the words, but you'll be able to hear it because you're here. But it's what we're talking about.
Okay.
It's the silencing of those voices in your head.
I am so scared because I feel like I'm gonna cry already. Ugh, I just feel like it's gonna make me cry already.
Just love that I've chosen when I think I've proven, find myself alone, spiraling out of control, naked, bare and exposed, walking through this unknown.
I can feel it out.
Damn, I got these voices in my head.
Yeah, I remember this.
And I'm crying for silence, battling with everything they've said. And I'm drowning. It's time to say enough, enough.
We gotta re-record that. My last stuff.
Hiding behind filters, and I keep on trying to be myself when everybody's lying.
I feel it a different way, you know.
Constantly reminded that I'll never be enough. Balance, trying not to tip is such a challenge. Lifting this weight is hard to manage. If I let go, imagine all the damage that it caused. Trying to hold all these screaming voices in my head, and I'm crying for silence, battling with everything they've said, and I'm drowning. It's time to say enough, 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 enough.
I just want people to leave me alone, you know?
It takes this
This is why I'm gonna leave me
So
alone.
I'm waiting, trapped inside this box, there's no escaping. Found the key inside and now I'm racing.
Because this is you.
All the
All
doubt
the
in
doubt in
me
me
is
is
slowly
slowly fading.
fading. Looking at the distance and I'm closer than
Than ever
before.
before.
Noticed I have wings and all
All
I've
you have to
gotta
do is
do is
soar.
soar. Nothing is holding me back now.
Bring back
Screaming
up
at
the
the
voices
voices
in
in
my
my
head.
head. I'm shouting for silence. Forget everything but what they say. Now I'm drowning. It's time to say enough,
I absolutely love this song.
And we absolutely love you.
Absolutely.
Gratitude.
Gratitude to you, but that's the feeling, and I get that. I get that.
Like that just hits in another way, like, cause people don't understand like what we talking about. I deal with that on a personal level, and then to be attacked on the opposite side, which is why I'm still furious with Yali because she stepped out of line. You ain't never walked in my shoes. And that's how I feel. I just want to be left alone. That's how I'm screaming, like, enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? Enough is enough. And even in my head, like, you know, and I feel like that's why spirits like this conversation is so necessary because people think that they be by themselves. Like, I've heard people say to me, like, I know it sounds stupid, but it doesn't because it's not stupid to you. It's affecting. I just need to be quiet for a second. And I was eating snappers, so my hands smell like fish.
Can I say that I thought my titty popped out when I hugged you, and I
Did it?
kept like pushing it against your shoulder just in case to make sure.
Oh my
it was-
God.
And I didn't mean to touch your boob. I was just trying to wrap my arm around
I don't know what happened.
it. But
We made spiritual love.
yeah.
No.
This is the beauty of us, though. I feel like every time we have one of these moments. Do you want me to do the Daytona work?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the role for me. Get it? Get him off of me.
And I'll always fix it. And if that doesn't fix it, then I'll just play you the video.
Okay. Okay. Parts 1 and 2. Okay.
I mean.
Woo. Oh, but seriously.
Okay, my hands are better. Because I was eating snapper and it smelled like bad pussy. And I was like, wait, I'm crying.
Nothing will compare to the body spray in the store.
Oh.
Oh my
Yes.
God. Wait, intermission. We're in the store. And I wanted to smell the perfume. And so I took the top off. I didn't even spray it. I said, what the fuck? It smelled like somebody had stuck it up in their pussy. I said, wait, Maya smells. She said, I don't want to smell it. I just put it to her nose like, smell this. She said, wait,
I
what?
smell it without hesitancy, though.
I was like, Malika, smell this.
You want to
Malika said, wait, what is this?
You want to know?
She said, somebody put that in their poom. I said, I know. And I'm mad. I've been mad if it would have touched my nose.
Oh, yes.
It had monkeypox probably. I don't know.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
They haven't even seen the first video yet.
Oh my God.
Y'all let me know if I got a bug hanging out. I won't tell y'all, but please tell me.
Oh, but Maya, let me say this. In regards to what you were saying before we played the song, just know that it's absolutely reflective.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of those moments for me during this time was in the car after we visited the place of our ancestors. I'm being real careful with my locations.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I would love to talk about that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the car after, when we were leaving the city there, and it felt like that energy was still pulling on me, and I started crying in the car, and I heard Florida water.
And she opened
then-
it and put it on your neck.
Yes, you found it, you gave her the bottle, and she poured some and she put it on the back of my neck. Oh my God. It's one thing when you have individuals around you who do for you when you're hurting, but it's a different situation when you have like-minded, like-being, like-spiritual family, sisters that are around you that heal in the manner in which you do.
Mm.
And I am grateful to both of you for that.
Because I'm a bad consoler, so I just make jokes.
But it's necessary.
That's a
It's so it's so necessary. And the thing is that your messages, even within the jokes, even within the laughter, they're always something to learn from. There's a feeling that you get in those moments that you're like, oh, this is what making it feels like. This is
Part
what
of your love language.
Yeah, no matter how rough the moment is, this feeling right here shows me that no matter how much of that is hitting me, I can always grab onto this feeling, but I don't know that unless I experience it, and you create that experience.
Mm.
It's beautiful. I mean, that's why we say you are our own little personal Chandler. You were a genome. You were on the show The Stove from Living Single.
Okay. You know?
Damn. And that's our favorite show. Yeah.
But
yes,
y'all
it's-
got us, and I share them with y'all too, because I know not everybody has this. So y'all have me and y'all have us. Just don't text me.
or me.
I love you from here.
Email me.
You can email me and you can send me a message on the YouTube,
Right. You can
I'll
DM
see
me.
it.
It might take a while.
and I'll respond too.
Yeah.
Definitely don't. But I love you.
Woo.
You can email me at MJ for Black Magic.
Wait, not even yours?
Huh? That's how I'm sharing them with Maya.
Email me, y'all. You can email me. Email me.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
funny.
MJ for Black Magic at Gmail.
Those are Disney fingers.
These is the one fingers that Papa had put up. Quatita, let him put the. So embarrassing.
I'm okay with that, Rose, as long as we're not bombarding the governance. I'm okay with that.
But yeah, everybody needs somebody. So now let's talk about what is it, Fort Mose? Mose? Because we were saying Fort Mose.
Yeah, Mose.
So we have went to Fort Mose a few days ago, and Malika has a few videos, a little footage of it, and it was a very powerful moment. None of us was expecting it, because Malika was like, "Do you mind, guys? Do you mind if I go down there?" And we're like, "No, let's go." And so it's this long bridge. It's not high, but it's long. And so we stopped like, we don't really want to go down there. But we was like, okay, we're going to move past that energy and we're going to go there. Now, we saw some symbols before we went in there. We were like, I wonder if those are symbols of Ave's or whatever. Now, did you know a little bit of the history before we went?
I did, because I used to live in that area.
Yeah.
But I always wondered, like, I never paid attention to where I would drive far from my house to go shop for my stuff. It wasn't until after I left when I first found your videos through my mom. And then I was watching other videos, because then before I used to watch Netflix, but once watching your videos, I would just let YouTube roll through videos. And one of them came up, and it was the history of St. Augustine. And we had just had the experience at Jekyll Island. So I was like, oh, I wonder if I was drawn to St. Augustine in the same manner. Found out the area I was shopping in is where the first settlement where we were free,
Mm-hmm.
that's where it was located. And so I was like, how did I not know this? Like,
Right.
I'm literally right there. If I would have just made a left accidentally, I would have found it.
Yes.
So, but that's all I knew about
Yeah, because we didn't find it by accident. It was
Yeah.
intentional for us to go back there, but we didn't really know what was back there.
Right.
So we get to walking, and I'm hearing the spirit talk. And the spirit is talking about the blood that runs through that place. And now I'm seeing men on horses, I'm seeing slaves or people, our people. And we were walking, and we ended up going all the way back, and the spirit is talking, and it's giving me information, and it's giving Malika information, because Malika's a reader too, if y'all didn't know that too. Giving some information. And so I'm like, Papa's now talking about this is Cuba. And I'm like, I think this is a Spanish place or something, y'all. I think things are flipped. We need to find out the history. And we're walking, then Malika stops, and now she's crying because she can feel the energy too. Like the energy was heavy. I'm seeing all kind of shit that's happening out there. You got the video?
This is the walking in.
This is when us going in?
Yes, when we weren't sure if we should go further.
Okay.
You beep your car, Maya? You beeped it?
The beep.
Okay, booty.
Oh.
Was that it? Is that the, was that? Let me see this. What's going on here? What is this? Oh, okay, it must be the next one.
Just like I knew not to.
My peach was peach.
And look. I don't know if it was your hood or if it was. Look at the feathers in the tree. That's interesting.
The beeped it.
Oh, I don't know where I'm going though. I haven't watched no videos
Look,
of
I'm
it
just
or
pointing
anything.
at it.
I don't know how to feel. Look at the bird in the water. Hello, bird in the water. Papa said there's many of the bloods that run it.
I walk like Viola, don't they?
All right, what does that mean? There was a lot of blood in here. It's a little dusty. Something. Crabs. Is those crawfish? Or fiddler crabs? Fiddler crabs. So does Yehuda feel like this is where we should stop? Because I don't know what's upon it. I don't know if I want to do it.
Oh, shoot.
I don't know if I want to do upon it. That just seems really. It's just pain the energy you feel. Okay.
No, it makes me feel weird to go further down.
Yeah.
You feel that too? That's a little weird. Like I almost want to stop right here.
Yeah.
I got chills. Now I kind of want to know what's down there. Come on, 'cause I
Oh, here we go.
What is the wobble, Petita?
all the way. I'm so grateful. My back is
Yes, you got to
gratitude. I put it on out yesterday.
I'm walking like that because my back was still hurting a little bit.
Like I really wanted to stop like right
It's
here.
getting a little hard to breathe. It's feeling a little like pull a little harder to get the air in.
Where's my energy? I hope you get. You can use it.
I'm using it. I used it from back there. Usually I would get that far and I'd call Ro and be like, guess where we going next week?
What kind is that? How can anything go down this road?
Oh, something said, don't stop, just keep walking. Just keep walking. I don't know what to feel at this point. I didn't even know this was free. Why is this free? Why is it free entry? I'm starting to think human things.
Yeah, for real. blessed it or cursed it.
Whew.
There's two bodies out here. That's what I do.
That's how Jekyll Island felt. That's what I just told you, right, Maya? I said I feel led here the same way that I felt led to Jekyll Island.
I feel like we need to do a tour of going to all these different places.
Yes.
Child, that back was giving me some trouble. Look at this wall.
Egypt, Texas, gotta be one of them.
Oh, for real.
We might have to bring rope to that one. Whew.
I kept trying to find one. I couldn't find it.
Okay, this is just a little. Ooh. Why would you do that?
Scared me.
Scared me, and I was watching.
Shoot, Maya.
Ooh. Can you
My
imagine the
filter, let you
fear
down.
that they had? Oh, like not knowing what to expect next. Okay. Okay.
I think you talking about my booty.
Just this hurry. Oh, is this where it
I can
ends?
see them on horses down there.
Oh,
That's amazing.
wow.
They would capture a lot of them. I'm just telling you what they think. I don't know, but this is what they said. They would capture a lot of our people. I can't call them slaves.
My chest hurts. Oui. Gratitude, Maya. So this is where the settlement was.
They keep calling that plantation land back there.
Mm-hmm.
She's tall and I'm short, basically.
But this was scary for them
Yeah.
because I feel like I keep seeing them on horses, and it's like, I feel like they would get eaten and stuff. You know what I mean?
Gators.
Yeah. You think this is where they fed the babies? Possibly. There's a lot of blood that runs through here, they say. Yeah, it is a changed landscape.
Why
told
they
me
said that? I just said it looked like two pigs under the blanket yesterday.
Nothing is growing right here. It's
Right.
different, of
Yeah.
course, but
You heard screaming?
Huh.
Pop says the many of the battlefields. Greetings, Papa.
Greetings, Papa. Sorry I didn't say it earlier, Papa. I'm a bit there.
That's how this shit ain't.
As fuck.
I don't know
Like
why.
I said.
That's what my own fellow.
Why does this tree remind me of the Serengeti?
Oh, yeah, it does.
Makes me wonder if Africa is really Africa. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Okay, come on.
So,
Are those the cranes in the tree? That's a big bird. Yes, girl.
That's at in St. Augustine at Fort Mose. Mose. Mose.
like Rose.
Okay.
Like
Mose. Okay. That's where that's at. It's another one. Hold on.
So after you said Cuba, we had the other one is the one where I'm crying.
It's okay. You didn't show your face.
That's the one. Just press the. Is that the? Did you play that already? I believe this is Cuba.
I think so.
It's just Cuba or some shit. We're in a different place if we don't know that we're in. I want to flip it. Let me see. Let me look at the one map. You know the one map? I want to see where it goes. Papa showed up for this.
She's back there having a moment and we have no idea.
I know. That's terrible.
I'm just still walking.
I don't think we give
Just
life
talking
too
and
much
walking.
understanding to what we don't understand. That makes sense.
I think this might be after I cried.
You're crying now.
Walks like Viola Davis.
I said I'm walking like Viola Davis.
God, I mean, feel like I'm gonna just
Girl.
These little spots of water. All I can think of is tears.
yes.
You know how they say like Trail of Tears?
My people was in the Choctaw Indian.
Oh,
Big, beautiful bottoms of the round.
look, that one spot, Maya, is green.
That's what Maya was saying, right?
Like a cradle for babies while it's flying.
That's what I was just heard in my head. Babies, the babies.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we trying to walk fast as hell.
Why is it big beautiful bottoms of the round and all I say?
I walk like the whole soldier. The legs was rubbing together. I
I
had
feel
to
like
tuck
my
it.
lungs are full. Like I need to drink a ginger ale. Let that shit out.
I kept feeling like I was drowning. Even in the car. I kept burping. I said, when I put boiling water on, that's when I started burping.
I think that's it, ain't it? Okay.
And it shows the
So now, why was this significant? Reason why I wanted y'all to see it, because as we left, they were when we pulled down around by where the like, if you want to call it like a museum kind of,
It is, yeah, because look, this was the inside. It's a whole museum in there.
yeah,
They have all the landmark stuff and all the, the things they
And-
collected from the land.
it was different lanyards, if you would, placards that told about Fort Mose, and it was what the fuck we said as we were walking down the bridge. It was like a blood of trail type, whatever the fuck it was. It was a picture of what looks like the Lama Dama.
That's the picture with Cuba. That was
It
the
was
first picture.
Cuba.
After you had just said that,
Yep.
it says evacuation route, and then here was when we pulled up and we saw. But did you notice that the Black Madonna was on that one?
Did you get the picture?
Yeah.
No, I didn't even notice
the Black Madonna
that.
was on that one.
It sure the fuck is. That is the Black Madonna. Wow.
And then we had.
And for Papa to be talking, and the picture looks like the Lama Dama. It was crazy. And it's talking about Cuba and all these different things. Maya, you learned some stuff too.
Yes.
And the statue of the Lama Dama was in the car with us,
Yes.
and it looked.
You see the basket.
Mm-hmm.
We had no idea. So we also learned that the sigils, yes, that's
The
Papa's
sigils.
wife, one of them. The sigils, I kept saying, them look like veves. Basically, they were sigils, which are veves.
They were lined all around the property,
And these were them. They were around the property.
and then they had the plaque to describe each of the sigils.
Yes. And you can make your own sigils. Okay, what did you learn, Maya? Okay. And this is what Maya got. You gonna read it or you want me? Because I can't see shit. Want me to read it? Okay, I can't see.
You can maximize it.
Okay. This is what it says. It says, in 1693, Spain's King Charles II proclaimed that any English slave who reached Spanish Florida. See, that's why I was like, we're somewhere we don't think, we're in Spanish land. And who reached Spanish Florida would be granted freedom upon converting to Catholicism. Now, it goes on to say, can I turn that, I wonder? Okay. It says, by sea and land, Africans fled to St. Augustine on a dangerous journey with a strong chance of recapture and punishment. Many joined Native American allies and fought the English in frontier wars and raids. When I kept seeing them out there on horses and shit. Francisco Menendez fought in the Yamasee War from 1715 to 1716 that almost destroyed the young English colony of Georgia. Another survivor of that war, Francisco Garcia, fled Carolina with his Native American wife, Anna. 3 generations of their family lived in St. Augustine and Fort Mose. Several family members fought in the militia protecting the frontier against the English and their Indian allies. They served knowing that capture would likely lead to enslavement. Now, why I feel like that's important is because Papa says, people be like, Papa is Dominican. Papa tell you in a minute, he's Cuban. He will tell you that. And now for him to show up where that is Cuba, Florida is Cuba. And so the Lama Dama is also that too. That's why they have whatever accents they have. Now, when I keep thinking about it, I really believe that Texas is like Israel or whatever. We don't know where we are. You don't know where you are. You just think you know where you are, and you don't. Absolutely. And you don't even know that. So then I had a dream, and I deleted the pictures out yesterday. Damn. I had a dream that I was standing in front of a big-ass map the other day. And every time I touched it, it would catapult me to somewhere else. And I remember one part of it, when I touched it, I was then sitting on a tractor trailer driven by a Genome. It was a big tractor trailer that the Genome was driving. And if you ever been to an amusement park where it had the spider and it had the tentacles, and you could sit at the end of the tentacles in there and it'll spin like this as it goes around. That's what it was. I was sitting on a tractor trailer, but it was attached to a big tractor trailer driven by a Genome, and it had a tree that was spinning on the side. The whole bottom of the tree was spinning in the ground. And so when I kept saying to them, I feel like it's supposed to be flipped because it has a thing of water. So when something, Spirit, Yehuda, told me to Google it, I Googled Ethiopia. And that's where the fuck it was at. When you flip it upside down, that's exactly what I was looking at. That's crazy. Oh, I thought you had something else you was going to say.
I was looking at the view.
Man, oh, yes, that's beautiful. We learned a lot that day. And I also learned a lot about my gift, that I have to stop second guessing what I hear. Because in my mind, I'm like, am I tripping? Because I'm thinking this is Cuba. I don't even know where Cuba was in accordance to the map. I really didn't. So when I say, I think this is Cuba, I keep hearing that. I think we're flipped. I think we're in Spanish territory. We don't know where we are. And then for us to just drive and we see all of the placards that tell about it, and we talking to Papa, you know, he's the first one, him and Yehuda. He was the first one I heard. He said, many bloods run through this. This is one of the many battlefields.
Now knowing that it's Spanish Florida, this video means more to me now.
Mm-hmm. My guy. Yes.
With the Florida hat right
With the
next to
hat.
it.
Wow.
Yeah. Now knowing that
That was
connection.
beautiful. Yeah, that's crazy, man. So we have to start looking at stuff like that. Don't know. Oh, God, don't look at him. Don't look at him, man. I think my toes done.
Oh, yeah.
ZT, I need my toes done,
Can we
ZT.
talk about this stuff?
They gotta play it. I gotta let them see.
And you gotta let them see the video.
Oh, yeah.
First one.
The first video.
Oh God, y'all about to fly out of here.
Hold on.
This was when we was waiting for Let's Have the Conversation to start. I didn't even know she was doing this. Now I get a different angle of what's about to happen.
Come on.
I'm so fucking silly. It's about to go down.
I want to know.
Uh
Oh, get in there. Oh, okay, Crump. Okay. Ooh, get it. Oh.
Yeah. And just gotta say, get it. Oh,
oh. You is crazy. I didn't even know she had that till just now. That is funny.
Where's the other video?
You get to see the other side of that.
I want to see that other video.
Y'all, listen, let me issue a disclaimer for this video. Whatever you're drinking, put it down. Put it down now. Put it down.
Oh my God. This is hilarious. Okay. I just posted this on Instagram too. It's the little afro for me.
I'm trying to fix it. Real tears. That is so funny. Oh, my stomach. Oh, I can't.
Listen, we crack up so hard every time we watch that one. The other one is funny to me too at the fucking beach, bro.
I was trying to be serious, but when it get Aquatita, cause she just.
I didn't know what she was doing.
Wait, let me find that one.
Yeah, this shit was so fucking Marshall, I swear. Cause I look like a whole pervert. Watch. We had no idea what she was doing.
Do you love it?
I love it.
What's your favorite part?
Of the beach? Yeah. My favorite part of the beach is this ocean view in front of me.
What's your favorite part?
I was thinking about it, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Like
she's so stupid, bro. Oh my God,
So funny.
I swear.
Ooh, my stomach.
Oh, we was laughing so fun because we still didn't know why she was laughing like that until she showed us the video back. We was
I
screaming.
was so trusting. Y'all like, it's just a beautiful day.
Yeah, like I don't know, I love it. I'm looking like a whole pervert.
Whoever developed the concept for that stupid ass filter.
I mean,
I love it. Both
Oh
of them.
my God.
That was good.
I got in that backseat with that little fro and them big titties. Child. Her laugh would take you out.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Oh, I thought my lung fell out on that one where Maya took her hand off her mouth.
Her mouth was open.
I think I have.
Screaming.
Where's those still shots?
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Cause you move so fast, you got to see that in real frame. Look at this. Y'all ready?
I'll swipe for you.
Let me see. So damn silly. gonna take me all the way out. Where's Maya's? Okay, here we go. That was the first look. Oh, look at this one. I didn't see this one. I did not see this. I'm screaming, bro. Wait. The short bus. It'd be funny because we never know what's happening.
Oh, I have a really beautiful one though. Hold on, but I don't know if we can, I don't think we can play the whole clip because it has Londrell.
Oh my God.
Let me see.
Oh, I'm crying again.
Yo, that was funny as fuck, bro.
Damn.
It was this one.
Screaming, bro.
Because I know someone lost their life today.
Oh, yes.
And so every moment I endeavor to live life the righteous way.
Malika's so good at
To
this.
serve with a sense of purpose and let love light the way. Even if
I
I
like to
die
go out
today,
there and control the watch.
that's just the price I pay. Just know I
Lose my
try
mind,
to
I
be
think I'll
kind
be
and
doing
seek the divine every night and day. Gratitude for the sunrise. Gratitude for the sunshine. Gratitude for the moonlight. Every day feels like a new life. Especially when I meditate. Take a breath and then I elevate. Everything deserves gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. Gratitude. That's my everyday attitude. Gratitude. Gratitude is the fruit of life. The nourishment of the soul when there's no food in sight. When your vibrations are low and you feel blue inside. Gratitude is the attitude that gets you through the night. Never believe in lack or limitations. Gotta be thankful because I know someone lost their life today.
I love it.
We had such a good.
Because Malika always films, so she ended up putting it together. I was like, that's so dope. Gratitude. Well, this was fun, y'all. We had great discussions and good laughs. This is what we do. Come through with the visuals, yes. I every time we go to the water, I get out there, and I had talked to Squiplish on another time we had went out there, and we went to Anastasia Beach. We had went to Anastasia Beach as well, and Squiplish told me that that they have one of these, which is a mermaid. She said your ring, they've captured it, and it was one of them. And she said they've even eaten one because they wanted to understand, they wanted to taste it and see. And she also said that the Navy people, she said they come out there and they cause havoc, so. But it was absolutely beautiful, and I love to get out there and do my movements. And I see the energy move, and it seemed like the more I kept saying Draconite, the harder the waves would hit. And it was dope. And then to look out there and see Maya when she get out there, she was out there doing it. It was dope. One time we was all together. Marshall was with us this one time. And I'm in the water doing it. And I look over and Marshall's doing it with me. She's doing the exact movements as me on sync. I started jumping up and down. I almost fell in the water because I forgot. But yeah, it was so dope. Oh, we miss you, Marshall. Love you, V-Dubs.
Love you.
Anyway, y'all, this was cool. I'm going to get off of here. We'll come back and do some readings at another time to finish up our list. Our list is moving. And I'm kind of spreading it out just because I like to talk to y'all, and I know how y'all like to see them too. So anyway, you miss us more. Aw, well, I love you. See you soon, y'all. All right, peace.